Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. We are here to help you make sense of your breakup.
But first, we're going to name that squad. What do you call a group of hamsters?
Hamsters, a bourgeoisie of hamsters.
Boy, I don't think they travel in herds.
I think it's
Have you ever seen a herd of hamsters? I mean, herd is actually not a bad word for it.
clump of hamsters.
I think
Final
it's a clutch.
Clutch.
A clutch of hamsters.
Okay, the answer is
Horde.
a horde of
They
hamsters.
love the alliteration. A horde of hamsters. Man, a horde of hamsters seems very cute.
Do you guys remember when you learned the word horde?
Yeah, it was like it was the He-Man spinoff character.
Oh.
And
I
was
just
like,
remember because it sounds like another word, and
Yeah.
the time when I learned it, we were like, "There's a horde in the hallway."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And obviously referring to the He-Man character.
So it's the past tense of
they're coming out with a new He-Man movie. You told me-
Masters of the Universe.
You told me about. Is Dolph Lundgren still in it?
I know no details. I just know that in 2021 it is slated to be released.
Well, good luck with that. Who is in it? Can somebody look that up? Okay, so Stevie's going to read real life breakup scenarios that you submitted. We're going to handle these lightly, delicately. We're going to be gentle with you because these are your real stories, Mythical Beast, of breaking up with people, and we're going to decide if it was your fault or theirs, right?
Yeah, that's the entire point.
Okay, let's hear the first one. We'll come back to the He-Man of it all.
This is from Hannah from Salt Lake City.
Oh,
Salt Lake City.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, my first boyfriend broke up with me over MSN Messenger by saying he thought I had a great personality, but, quote, I just can't get used to looking at your face. I never saw or heard from him again. I've been happily married for years now, but it's still the one that ticks me off.
Well, appropriately, he did it over Messenger.
Why would that tick you off? That someone over Messenger would say they can't get used to looking at your face. Is that what he said? Can't get
I
used
just
to
can't get used to looking at your face.
Can't get used to looking at your face.
I don't know if that's the
TTYL.
I don't know if that is the standard that you're looking for in a relationship, is getting used to looking at someone's face.
But if you can't, that
is a problem.
I think that is good grounds to break up with
I
somebody.
can't really settle in to just
Looking
looking
at
at
your
That's
face.
a nice vow. I promise to get used to looking at your face. As we grow old together.
if you're
Why
at a wedding
MSN
ceremony-
Messenger? Was that something I missed out on? Was that like a
I had one of
specific
those.
time period that was not AIM?
I think that was like a Hotmail era type thing because
I
Hotmail
definitely
is
had an
MSN.
name.
And then they introduced the Messenger.
Okay, so this is
I
like
never
maybe
used
she's in her 40s, maybe late 30s situation.
Yeah, she's and she has a face.
I will say my assessment of this is that this guy could have been a little bit more sensitive, even though he was trying to be sensitive and saying something that is insensitive. You know,
Yeah, how can
he was
How
talking.
could
He
you
was making a judgment of her physicality by trying to take the edge off of that, and that's when he got into this weird. I can't get used to looking at your face.
It's such a strange thing to say. That's so heartless.
But it is consistent with doing it on Messenger, because if he can't get used to looking at her face, he doesn't want to see her face when he's breaking up with her.
She's happily married now.
Right.
You know, she's moved on. Someone else is happily looking at her face.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has moved on because she says it's still the one that ticks me off.
Yeah. Right.
She's pissed about it.
I
She's
get it.
pissed
Rightfully
about it.
so.
Yeah, you definitely should hold on to this for the rest of your life.
I really want
If
to
that's
know,
what you're asking, don't let go of this.
Don't let go of it.
Definitely.
I mean, what is the response? Like, looking at your face hasn't been a cakewalk. Looking at your cake hole hasn't been a cakewalk. How about that? Let's hear
I
another
think we
one.
solved that one.
No, you wait. What? What did you say? So it's his fault.
Yeah,
for,
it's his
for
fault.
being
He's a
just
jerk.
It's his fault,
It's not
and
her
she
face's
should
fault.
hold
never-
a permanent grudge.
Yeah, never get up.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen her face.
Okay, this is from
Maybe we should look at her face.
From
I'm just being
B.
honest. It's like maybe I'll have maybe I'd enjoy looking at it, and then that would really clear things
Maybe
up.
you get used to it.
I get used to it. It's horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you and that I'm making it worse.
Okay. This is B from Boston.
B from Boston?
I had an online relationship. Oh, theme here. With someone I met on a game. And then one of the emojis where you're like putting your hand over your face. I don't know what you call that.
A little
emoji.
embarrassed.
We clicked instantly and became very close. One day, he told me he was diagnosed with a terminal illness and only had weeks to live. About 5 weeks after the diagnosis, I received a text from his sister, which is in quotes, on his phone saying that he died. He posted on Instagram 3 weeks later that he was so excited to leave for college. Did some digging and found he didn't know how to break up with me and that faking death was easier. He married his first cousin in January.
That one had a twist.
You dodged a bullet.
What?
You dodged a couple bullets.
I mean, dude returns from the dead and then incestuates.
Yeah. Even if you
Is
had
that what happened?
gotten
It's
used to looking at his face,
Different person.
it would have been. This would have been problematic.
I mean, what a scandalous life this guy is
Faked
living.
his own death and then went to college.
Does he even have a
College
sister?
is a death of sorts. It's a death of adolescence.
That's the most perplexing
Yeah, that's the
thing that he
defense.
went to college.
You know, all I meant by that was that my adolescence is dying.
Yeah, I was becoming an adult. And,
All that my sister meant by that. Oh my
married
gosh.
his first cousin. I mean, third cousin.
Breaking up is hard to do. I mean, sometimes, I'm not going to lie. I thought about faking my own death because it just seems like it's the last thing you want to do. It's like, of course, who am I lying? What's the phrase? Who am I lying? Who am I kidding?
Who am I lying? Huh? Who am
I was
lying
only
here?
broken up with. Like, did I ever break up with anybody? I'm looking at you. I think me and, am I saying names? Are we done with that?
I mean, I probably wouldn't say a name.
I think me and, let's see. The taller girl that I dated in high school.
The taller girl.
I broke up with her, I think.
I think you did break up with her.
Yeah. Is that when I died for like a little while?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and then the thing with your first cousin, that didn't really go anywhere. I did.
And then my other girlfriend.
I met like a second or third.
We mutually
cousin.
broke up.
When I was a teenager, I never met the second or third cousin who was a girl who was my age, and I thought she was attractive. Yeah, that's all. I never got used to her face because it was my cousin. But a third cousin, I mean, people can marry their third cousins without knowing it all the time. If you go on 23andMe, you'll see how many third cousins you got. You got thousands of third cousins. Thousands. And many of y'all are married and having kids.
Oh, God. Really? Is that the point of the service? I think that should be the point of the service.
Avoid.
Make sure you're not mating with a cousin.
Yeah.
Ancestry.com.
At what point is it no longer a medical liability? That's the real question. Is third cousin no longer a medical liability?
Well, it's
Or is it fourth cousin? I mean, fourth cousin is like, we're probably fourth cousins. I mean, I'm saying, once you get to like fourth, fifth, we're all related.
This is a slippery slope you're on, sir. And I'm not joining you. We have another one.
Yeah.
it's
So,
fine.
I mean, it was his fault then, I guess.
Yeah.
That's another
definitely.
pattern.
You gotta
that we're saying.
listen.
It
you
was
got-
his fault.
It's
See
his fault.
that pattern?
You got to break up,
Yep.
Oh, God.
and you got to be honest, but not too honest. That's what we're learning so far. You got to be
Katie.
alive.
Katie from Fredonia, New York. I don't know if I said that right. Fredonia. I like that name.
Why?
Fred Onia. It was Valentine's Day. My BF took me out to a hibachi restaurant,
Yes.
and we were seated at one of the big hibachi tables with a few other random couples. Oh my God, so awkward. That experience, like, oh God, I couldn't handle it. Sorry.
You got to just embrace the strangers.
If you're the minority of the table, if you're not holding majority at a hibachi table, then you've lost.
Yeah. After a little while, he decides to break up with me right then and there.
At a
Everyone at
hibachi
the table realized what's going on, and it was mortifying. But then the staff saw me crying, and us talking brought the entire staff out.
They threw you a
And they
shrimp.
started clapping and gave us a plate with a dessert and congratulations written in chocolate, thinking he just proposed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm not laughing at
This
you. I'm just
is
laughing at the situation.
incredible.
Oh, dang.
There's nothing wrong with this.
No shrimp flying through the air into your mouth can fix that problem.
Was it before or after the onion volcano? That's really what I want.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because that's like the Men in Black memory eraser. Once
you see that, you
once the
you
onion
don't remember
volcano comes out,
anything.
like,
anything before that moment. Yeah,
oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
I think it's pretty funny. I mean, I am sorry,
But yeah, it's hilarious.
but it is an incredibly funny story.
that is crazy. So I mean, what
Like
what
any-
kind of dummy?
Anybody who would
He's
break
gonna
up
break
with you at
up.
hibachi.
What you're eating dinner with strangers.
I saw a couple break up at
Why would you do it at that moment?
at like
I don't-
a breakfast place. Breakfast place in
Morning after situation.
in Mammoth.
Oh really? Somebody are skiing?
And they were just, it was, so this is kind of funny. There's a couple sitting across from each other, and they're in it just, and he's like trying to like talk his way out of something, and she's crying. She doesn't eat any of her food. He eats all his food. He's arguing with her all the time. She's crying. He starts eating her food. Such a guy thing. Like we're in the middle of
This
this
is
like
our last
emotional
meal.
thing, but like you ain't touched those waffles, girl.
What? Are you sure this wasn't you?
It was not me. And
You were watching this happen. Your
then
whole family.
Okay.
You walked up, started clapping, and
So,
said congratulations.
It was one of those situations where we had to sit separately. So we were hanging out with another family, and so Jesse and I were with the mom and the dad from the family at a table, and our kids were all sitting together right next to them. And so
Next to the breakup?
yeah, and so I'd like gone over there, and they had told me about it, and I could hear them from where I was, but they heard everything. So we leave the restaurant, and like Locke and his friend are like telling me like this is what they were fighting about, and like this guy's a complete jerk. And
What was the issue?
I don't even remember. It's been a couple years. So then we're sitting there waiting for some of our crew to come out of the bathroom, and the couple leaves the restaurant. They start walking away, and like they've kind of made up a little bit. Like it seems like maybe he talked his way out of the hole he had dug himself. So then they're walking in the parking lot, and she's walking a little bit away. He like stops, picks up, gets some snow, makes a snowball, and throws it, and she turns around right when he throws it and hits her right in the face, and she falls down.
What? Are you
It
serious?
was like, he was like, I'm trying to have fun with you, and then she starts crying again. And then he goes up and he's like, I'm sorry.
I was trying to hit you in the back of the head.
This guy
What's the
is
difference?
such an idiot, man. Men are stupid, guys. I mean,
Oh,
that's just
gosh.
what we're
Oh,
discovering
wow.
here.
And hungry.
Yeah, always willing
His
to
fault.
eat.
It was his fault.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God.
Alyssa from Pittsburgh. I broke up with my high school boyfriend on a date at a park. Unfortunately, he was still my ride home. Instead of going straight back to my house, he drove to another park, through a car wash, and all around town. I was trapped as he cried and tried to convince me why we shouldn't break up.
Oh, a car wash is really that's a tricky. One.
This reminds me of I was such a jerk, and I broke up with a girl, and then I locked myself out of my apartment, and then she had to help me go and like get back into my apartment.
Like moments after the breakup?
Like literally,
Like you were on the steps.
yes, I was on the steps, and
Breaking
then I
up with her.
realized, yes.
But you didn't take
Then
her
I
to a
was
car
like,
wash.
oh my gosh, I can't get back into my apartment, and then she helped me, and I broke up with her. One of the reasons I broke up with her was because she was too nice to me.
You're too nice. Yeah, so it was like
She's so awesome. She's not watching this, but I'm so sorry. I'm such a
She was
jerk.
too nice. She's like, oh, sure, I'll help you get in your house.
So
Was she your cousin?
ironically, you broke up with her.
No, I don't think so.
And then the reason why you
don't.
broke up with her made her the perfect person to be there for you in that moment.
Yeah.
If you're gonna break up with somebody, make it a nice person. You know what I'm saying? That's the moral of the story. If you're gonna break up with somebody, break up with somebody who's not gonna go crazy, who's still gonna help you.
If you're going to break up with someone, have an exit plan that doesn't involve them.
Yeah, or a car wash.
So,
Or a hibachi.
submitter of that's your problem.
I do think a hibachi meal is a good post-breakup meal.
So we got a girl.
Yeah,
a
this
girl,
is her fault.
A girl made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
true.
That's her fault. Before we hear
And
the
I do
next one,
too.
quick response from me. Wow, and a quick promotion from me. If you want the Rent Link
Who am I lying?
bobbleheads, the last collectible item of the quarter, of the year, of 2020. You got to be a third degree quarterly or annual member. If you're not already a third degree member, you got to sign up for quarterly or annual by December 31st in order to be eligible for that. MythicalSociety.com is where you get all the details. Can't be monthly third degree if you're not already to get it. Got to be quarterly or annual.
Okay, you're not going to believe this story. It's from Z, from Unknown.
Oh.
I was dating a girl last year who I've met through college and happened to share most classes with me. Never date someone in the same classes. Awkward. Anyways, after 5 months of dating, she ended up secretly getting engaged to her cousin. Gross, but happens where I'm from. While still dating me and without telling me a single word. After I confronted her about it, she tried to convince me of having some sort of an open relationship? ? I broke up with her immediately after.
Don't you want to be in a relationship with me and my cousin? I mean,
it's like
surprise.
we're so close already.
But it's like Rhett said. I mean, we're all cousins.
Yeah, we're all cousins, guys.
According to Rhett, there's no problem dating cousins because we're all already doing it. According to Rhett, I think that's what
Didn't say
that was his stance.
Exactly. I didn't
His
say
stance was dating your cousin not a big deal.
I think there's a-
like the person said, it happens a lot because
There's a threshold.
we're all doing it.
There's a threshold, and it also depends if you're repopulating the earth. At that point, all bets are off.
If you're in like a post-apocalyptic situation.
Yeah, you can't worry about first cousins at that point. I think
Why would you keep it? Well, I
think
know
you
why
really-
you'd keep it secret.
I think you missed a great opportunity here. I think you're going to be thinking about this, the one that got away,
I mean,
for a long time.
the phrase. Can we look up the origin of the phrase "kissing cousins"? Because the phrase brings to mind something totally
Careful.
innocuous.
I
Careful
think
when
that
you
the
Google that.
origin's like pretty clear. No?
So, kissing cousins means something. I don't know what it is.
I thought it was cousins who kiss.
Two or more things that are closely akin or very similar. For example, they may be made by different manufacturers, but these two cars are kissing cousins.
Yeah.
This metaphoric term alludes to a distant relative who is well known enough to be greeted with a kiss.
It's like a Acura and a
Distant relative well known enough to be greeted with a kiss. So it's not
Honda.
making out cousins.
It's like an Acura and a Honda. Kissing cousins, you know.
I think hugging cousins would evoke more of what this now means.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the final story. Quinn from New York City. My girlfriend at the time, I don't know what time, but at the time,
When they were together.
took me on a romantic trip to the Mediterranean and then dumped me over text after we got back. She was always a really big GMM fan, so Kaylee, if you see this, you broke my heart. I hope you're happy with that other you two-timing Gemini bastard. How about you thirst over me, huh? Instead of Rhett and Link, huh? I hope you choke on your... I don't know this word. Copics? Anyway, love the show.
Choke on your own coccyx?
I don't
That's your tailbone.
understand. Well, I don't under. Could you say all that again? I don't know.
No, don't.
It says Copic. Choke on your Copics.
Copics. Copics. That's the stuff you put in your hair.
He got so angry by the end of it, he was making up words. I don't know what it is, just choke on it.
Trip to the Mediterranean, huh? Well, they get much better than that. Maybe she's.
Oh, David says it's a Japanese brand of refillable markers and related products.
I don't think that's
How
what...
would you choke on that?
Oh, I could.
I'm-
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Why don't you choke on a Japanese brand of refillable markers?
I hope you choke on your Copics.
They might be like a
My
choking
iPad's
hazard.
Hear that, Kaylee?
Kaylee,
Hey, Kaylee, thanks for
we're
watching
mailing
the show.
We're mailing you some Japanese refillable something markers.
We're going to give you a year's supply of Copics. Join the Third Degree quarterly or annual plan of the Mythical Society by December 31st to get the Rhett and Link bobbleheads. Visit mythicalsociety.com for details.